Now, Roger Kaj, you've done incredible work on your darkemuexposed.org website for years now, putting together, first it was fact-checking Bruce Pascoe's Dark Emu, of course, and you were about the first to actually establish that he wasn't telling the truth in his history. But you've also put together family trees for some time of people claiming to be Aboriginal, not just Bruce Pascoe, Professor Kerry Doyle, South Australian Attorney General Kyan Ma, Gordon Reid now, and others as well. How and why did all this start?
Well, it sort of starts because I'm just a normal Australian. I tend to be a bit centre-right, but everyone, even my lefty friends, are getting worried about wokeism. And that's why we've got to draw a line in the sand, because our society is heading in a really weird place, right? And it's not just us old people, right? It's a lot of young people that are too scared to say anything. So old people like me, we don't care. I've got nothing to lose. So I can, because I'm taking a big risk sticking my neck out doing all this stuff, because we could be sued. But we make sure everything's right. We talk to the people, we give them opportunity to respond, and we haven't been sued yet, touch wood, haven't even got a concerns notice, which means we must be right. You can't just pretend to be something you're not and get away with it. That's why.
Well, it's been going on for a long time now. How many people have you got working on this sort of stuff, on the genealogies, on fact-checking Bruce Pascoe's claims, on other people claiming they're Aborigine who are not?
Yeah, when I started, it was just me. I got really angry with Bruce Pascoe, especially young Dark Emu, so I just became a keyboard warrior by myself. And within a year or so, I had 30 people all around the country, all adding bits and pieces, writing it up. I edit the website. And since that time, other people have come on, and then we've got 3 really good genealogists, professionals, right? But they can't say who they are because they're scared. They're in the commercial field. They don't want to be associated, but they love doing this work because they're very honest, historical people, and they don't like it. And now, in the last year and a half, I got so many Aboriginal people just feeding me stuff, saying, look, check out this, look at this, right? So it's not just... We're not just doing it from an academic point of view. It's like a grassroots, real people. And I just give all those people a platform, right? So, it costs a lot of money. It's thousands of dollars. But by putting it out there, it sort of gives you a bit of relief that at least someone or some group is trying to do something about all this, trying to be a bit sensible and rational. Because I'm only looking at the really famous people. For every one of these people, there's 10 at a much lower level who I won't chase because there's too much work, but they're in your local council. They're in your local group that's trying to get a claim over a particular development site, and they're all fakes. Hundreds of them, hundreds.
Well, you say hundreds. I mean, we've had some Aboriginal activists say up to 300,000. I think it's probably less than that, but I wouldn't mind betting it's around the 100,000, 150,000 mark based on census stats. As I've said earlier at the top of the show, how many people you think are out there that say they're Aboriginal or not?
I think Susan Ingram, she's saying 300,000. That's a big number. She and I spoke to her. She says that's sort of a scholar's gut feel, right? But I think it's at least 100, 150. And now some of those people are genuine. They're perhaps a bit like Dr. Gordon Reid's grandmother. I think she probably really believes she's Aboriginal, but they haven't done the work to prove it, right? So there's a lot of people of goodwill that want to be Aboriginal and they just tick the box, but they don't realise that has consequences. But I'm saying there's probably hundreds, maybe a few thousand who are nefarious. They're out there to rig the system and do all these dodgy deals. They're the ones we've really got to worry about, right? They're the ones who want to become rent seekers and make money out of it. The average little grandma who wants to tick the box and feel nice is not such a threat, right? But I think there's probably, probably 100, 150,000 like you, but there's a few hundreds, a few thousand who are actually bad apples. They're the ones you got to watch.
No. I think you make a right distinction there. I don't hold any grudge against Gordon Reid's grandmother. I'm sure she genuinely believes that she is Aboriginal, but like you say, probably hasn't quite done the work. And the same as Kyan Ma's mother, I thought she seemed to genuinely believe it. It just the records don't back her up. Roger Kaj, your research has been absolutely fascinating. I think you're helping to change the political discussion, and let's see what follows from your latest discoveries. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Andrew.